I'm Matt.
I'm Shane.
And if you like what you hear, make sure you hit that thumbs up button real hard, and make sure you subscribe to Comic Movie Marks.
And also click that little bell for all of the notifications.
Whee!
Always remember,
if Trailer Trash can do it,
anyone can do it.
Hello and welcome everyone to another Comic Movie Marks video.
This episode, we are going to talk about what we personally would like to see from Comic Con. That's right. We know you don't give a shit, but the Comic Movie Marks are going to talk about what we are looking forward to and what we would like to see coming out of Comic Con. Just a few short days away, specifically the DC panel. But first, we want to throw out just some quick, important information that we wanted to share. The first part of it, John Schnepp, if you haven't heard, he suffered a stroke. And he is in critical condition currently. I guess he suffered a stroke about 4 days ago. And his fiance has set up a GoFundMe account for him. They're, I guess, a campaign basically to contribute to medical bills. And they are asking for $150,000 as their goal. Currently, they have raised $92,000. So a lot of people showing him love. And we just wanted to throw it out there. Actually, one of our followers had suggested it to us. We agreed. So we wanted to just throw it out there in case it was something you were interested in. I was not aware that a GoFundMe had been set up, so we wanted to throw it out there for you.
Yeah, definitely. You know, John Schnepp, he's in the comic book movie community, the comic book community in general. And even though I don't agree with him on a lot of things, he still did one of the best superhero behind the scenes documentaries of all time with Superman Lives.
Absolutely.
What happened? It was fantastic. We actually personally donated to that GoFundMe or whatever the hell it was at the time, Kickstarter or whatever.
Yeah, Kickstarter, I think. Yeah, something like that.
And we got the Blu-ray copy from it, and it's still one of the most fascinating behind the scenes DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever, of a movie that was never even made. Really, really fantastic. So hopefully he gets well, and even if you disagree with him, you don't have to fund him in any way, but at least send him some cool messages, and hopefully he gets well.
Absolutely. A fellow nerd contributing to, everything that he cares about, always talking about all of, comic book nerdom. And so, yeah, we wish him well.
Then we got one more awesome little thing that's going to be happening. If, by chance, you're actually listening to this show and can afford to go to San Diego Comic Con, why are you listening to this show? Like... Anyway, this show is way too low class if you can afford tickets to San Diego Comic Con. But if by chance you are going to San Diego Comic Con, so the Nerd Queens on Vero True Social, check them out there, or on Twitter. I believe it's the Nerd Queens at Twitter, or on Twitter, whatever the hell it is. I don't know this social media shit, and I'm just terrible at it. I don't know if it's on, at, in, for, who, dick. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, sounds like my sex life, but go on.
Goddamn. Anyway, if you are going to San Diego Comic Con, Shane just totally threw off the groove here. If the little groove I did have. Anyway, if you are going to San Diego Comic Con, make sure to contact them. They might have something pretty cool for people that are going to Hall H on Saturday or that are going to be there. So make sure you contact them. They will respond to you, and hopefully they will be able to set you up with something really cool for Hall H on Saturday. So once again, that's the Nerd Queens on Vero True Social, or I believe the Nerd Queens on Twitter at the Nerd Queens. They will be there at San Diego Comic Con. I don't know.
And just to throw this out there as well, I don't know if this is giving away too much, but it is something that is in support of Zack Snyder. So just kind of throwing that out there. We don't want to give away too much, but it's pretty badass. I'm stoked. I kind of wish we were going, but here we are.
Broke and not going.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, this is a good time to start our Patreon page. No, just kidding. We don't have it. Help the Marks get across the border.
Holy shit.
I'm just kidding. So again, I'll just repeat this again. The Nerd Queens on Vero True Social or on Twitter at the Nerd Queens. Contact them, preferably on Friday, and they will hook you up, contact you, and hopefully you'll be able to join them in something really cool on Saturday for Hall H.
We're going streaking! Yes!
All right, So let's get into our main topic tonight. We've had a couple requests in the comments. I've seen 1 or 2 people ask about this. So I thought, what the hey, we'll throw together a couple things.
We can't come up with content on our own. 1 or 2 people asked us for something. So, okay, here we are.
Exactly. Oh, actually, breaking news real quick. I just want to throw this out here. I just saw this before we got in here. The Joker movie has now officially been announced by WB. It officially has a title and a release date. The title, no drum roll. Okay. The title is Joker.
Dun, dun, dun.
Woo! That's a good one.
It will hit theaters on October 4th. God damn it. On October 4th, 2019.
That's they're going to be moving that one pretty quickly. I know the budget, the rumored budget is $55 million, so it's definitely going to be a lower budgeted film. But man, they're going to be cranking that through.
Yep, no CG in that motherfucker. Cool. Anyway, so let's move. Do I still got you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Way to not even just give me a pity laugh, motherfucker.
Oh, my bad. Now you know how I felt after my I love dick joke.
Gay!
What do we want to see at San Diego Comic Con that's not already announced? You know, we obviously got Wonder Woman 84, we got Shazam, Aquaman, a couple other things that are going to be coming in line. They already blew a little bit of their load with this Joker announcement. So we got that. Yay!
Great timing with that, by the way. On the 10th anniversary of The Dark Knight being released in theaters, they decided to release the information. So I'm sure that's no coincidence.
Nobody panics because it's all part of the plan.
Here's a couple things that we would personally actually really want to see them either talk about or announce or just clarify some things in the Hall H DC panel. So I no real order on this thing at all, but one of the things that I would like to see is them actually, speaking of this Joker movie, to actually clarify if there is going to be this DC Dark or DC Black universe, which isn't tied into the DCEU. I would like them to confirm that there's going to be this alt-world universe, this Elseworld universe, and that they actually have more than just this Joker project that they want to blow their load on. I would be curious to see if they really are going to go through with this low-budget type movies, because that's actually what we were saying a while back, that I think they should go low-budget. Mm-hmm. And the fact that they're just calling this Joker reminds me a lot of Logan. It just one name, one thing, and it's possibly more than likely going to be rated R, lower budget. So I'm kind of stoked for it for the most part, but I just want them to confirm that there's going to be other things. I remember a while back they were talking about doing a Sandman movie, a bunch of other random stuff. I would be curious to see if they actually do this. Is this where Justice League Dark is going to be? Like they were talking about doing a Justice League Dark movie. That would be pretty cool if they do that. I mean, Swamp Thing's on the DC Universe streaming service, so I just like them to clarify this universe, if this is actually going to be a thing or if it's just this one thing they're making up for the Joker.
There's been a couple different rumors that I've heard. One of the things recently that has to do with the Joker film is that it might actually still be tied to the DCEU, but they're going to do it as an origin film. So far, the rumor has been that it's going to be the Joker origin film. But that it would still be kind of tied in and they would have some Easter eggs and things like that. Similar to the Batman film that Matt Reeves is going to be doing. That one is also, it may not include Ben Affleck fully, but it might also be tied into the DCEU. And with that, I would actually prefer that. I feel that if you are going to just throw in this random Joker movie, maybe a Batman movie here, Birds of Prey or whatever, and none of them connect to your universe, you're just going to confuse the like casual viewer, and especially the casual DC, maybe not even DC fan, just people who kind of know about the characters, and it's just going to confuse the shit out of them, in my opinion. But as Matt said, I would like as well some sort of confirmation one way or another. What direction are you going?
Speaking of Ben Affleck and Batman, that's another thing. just something I would like to be announced. Either Matt Reeves confirming what his Batman story is going to be roughly about, or confirming if Ben Affleck is going to be in the next Batman movie. I'm tired of this stupid fucking rumor being recycled every 4 months that Ben Affleck's out, then he's in, then he's out, then he's in, then he's out. And I just like this to be clarified already. You know, there's already this little rumor going around that it's going to go 15 years back and it's going to be a prequel. That little rumor has already been spit out, and it's going to have the Penguin and so forth. Again, that's a rumor. That is a rumor. But Ben Affleck could pull off 15 years. That's not that hard. That's really not that hard at all to go back 15 years. To get somebody just slightly younger to play a younger Batman and just confuse people or change it, I think would be stupid. So I would just like them to clarify in some manner, either Matt Reeves or somebody or Ben Affleck himself, stating that he's going to be in the Batman movie. And I guess pretty much give Batman, the Batman, a goddamn release date. Or that it's going to at least start production. At least something to that effect, because I'm tired of this damn Ben Affleck rumor.
Yeah, exactly. Time to put a kibosh on it.
Another thing would be, I would love them to announce a Man of Steel 2.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most anticipated for pretty much anyone. Everything that I see kind of circulating through the interweb, on whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Vero, people are still talking about and clamoring for a Man of Steel 2. It's great. We have the DC Universe online streaming service thing coming out with with Titans. There's some badass things that are coming out with that. The Swamp Thing and, you know, all the other stuff that goes along with it, as Matt was touching on earlier. We've seen the stuff from Shazam. We've seen the stuff from Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and, you know, everyone's super excited for those. But the one thing we have not heard a damn thing for is Man of Steel 2. Why have we not seen that? And where are we at? Are we gonna have that? Are we gonna start having some more solo movies? I agree. I would like to see some sort of confirmation, some sort of direction with in terms of Man of Steel 2.
I don't know if Cavill's been slowly dropping hints, but he's been talking about a future Man of Steel movie a lot lately. It's been coming out. He wanted to do somewhat loosely adapt the Superman For Tomorrow storyline from the comics. And then he was even just today quoted about he would like to have Brainiac in the Man of Steel 2 movie as well. So he's kind of slowly talking about things that might happen. So he's really amping up anyway the fact that he would like a Man of Steel 2. So I kind of feel like that might be down the road, even though I think I just saw a picture today that he was in Korea or some shit. I don't know. like it was like Superman in Korea or something. I don't know what that was. I don't really remember what it said.
I
was
think
like,
he's doing.
I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be at San Diego.
Yeah, I think he's doing a lot of media for Mission Impossible, from what I've seen.
A director would have to come out, or they would just have to, just use and announce.
Along the same lines, one thing that I would like to see, and I think would be really important for them to do, in addition to Ben Affleck confirming as Batman, to the direction or what we're going to do with moving forward with Superman, they need to give us what the hell The Rock is signed on for and what they want to use him for. Some of the recent rumors were that he was supposed to be the villain in Suicide Squad 2. That now that's kind of changed a whole different direction due to scheduling conflicts, which I could see. I just read this article that The Rock was the highest paid actor on Forbes top 100 ever, or something along those lines. I can't remember the exact thing. I'm just spitballing here, but he's basically busy as shit and making an ass ton of money. That's the point of the article and the point that I'm trying to make. So I'm sure it's going to be hard to lock him down. But we have a Shazam movie now. We know he's going to be playing Black Adam. So let's kind of figure out how this is all going to play together. Let's have a direction and say, this is what we're using him for. Here it is. Whether it's Shazam 2, Man of Steel 2, or however he's going to get looped in. Suicide Squad 2.
He was recently asked how the progress on Black Adam was going, and he said there was a script and they were happy with it for the most part. I know Dwayne Johnson was directly asked that. We will see what's going on. I still don't understand how Black Adam isn't in a Shazam movie, but whatever. I guess it is what it is. When you have The Rock, I guess you could just pretty much make up whatever you want. at this point. So last and final thing would be, I would like to see Walter Hamada come out and put a slate, or at least an idea of a slate of what they want to do for the next couple years. Nothing to strictly commit to, because they have commitment issues for the most part.
Not even for the most part. They have commitment issues.
But I would like to have an idea of what they're really like. I would like to know, what is the point of Birds of Prey? What is the point of the Black Hawks movie? What is the point of the New Gods movie that's apparently coming? All these weird movies that don't, to me, really connect to anything. Are we ever going to get a Justice League 2? Are we just going to get some kind of like random team up movies? Are we going to get like Flash and Cyborg together, or Batman and Wonder Woman just chilling? Like, are we just going to get that? I don't know. I was just curious what the future holds for the DC universe. Are they just going to stick to this solo movie type situation where things are very relaxed, tied, and there's just Easter eggs to everything, like what we just saw with all the Shazam exclusive stuff that just came out, where Billy Batson's room is full of Justice League Easter eggs and shit for the most part, or DC Universe Easter eggs for the most part. You got Batarangs, you got that Time magazine cover with the Are We at War? That was freaking awesome. Is that just how things are going to be from now on? Just all loosely connected? And are we ever going to get a team-up movie again? Are we going to get a Justice League 2? I would really like to know what their plans are, because to me, none of these movies make any sense to connect to each other in any way. Birds of Prey, maybe Suicide Squad 2 and Birds of Prey kind of makes sense. But like this Batman movie with Penguin, if it's a prequel, that obviously doesn't really share anything. Shazam, Aquaman might, but Shazam and Wonder Woman's in the 80s. So again, that's not really going to tie into much. Birds of Prey, the Black Hawks movie, the New Gods movie, none of that really makes a universe into a possible Justice League 2, is my point. I guess maybe the New Gods could lead into maybe a Darkseid thing. Other than that, I don't know. I just don't see how this is going to end in a possible Justice League 2. That's my point. And I would like to know what the hell their plan is for maybe the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I think out of everything, this is the most important thing that could come out of San Diego Comic Con. I mean, aside from the Snyder Cut, of course. But this is something that I've been waiting and wondering about for months, pretty much since Justice League came out. And we started getting all these rumors and kind of things that we know are going to happen now the Joker origin movie has been confirmed. But I think the important thing that needs to happen for me at Comic-Con is Hamada has to come out and basically say, here's the direction we're going. Fear not. This is how everything's going to either loosely tie together. This is how things are going to tie together. And it doesn't have to be done like the MCU. I'd actually prefer if it wasn't. If you have all of these individual movies out there, but they all loosely kind of link and they maybe lead up to another team up, as Matt was saying, perfect. But let us know. Let us know how it's all going to kind of coincide, or are you just fucking giving up on your universe and you're just going to throw darts at the wall and say, oh yeah, this would be cool to do. I would like to know, and I think it would be very important, especially for all the hardcore fans who had stuck by and defended the DCEU. He needs to say, here's the plan. I've stepped in. Here's what we are doing, one way or another, and start marching forward from there, and really get everyone back on track and everyone going, okay, boom, yes, now let's move forward, and they can continue to support the DCEU, because right now it's been tough as a supporter for everything that they've done with Man of Steel and Batman v Superman and Wonder Woman and everything up until this point. And then you have Justice League and all this shit that's just got thrown out the wall. It's hard to really defend. Yeah, there's a direction. Well, they know exactly what they're doing. It doesn't really seem like there is. So the most important thing for me that needs to come out of here is some sort of direction, some sort of slate of movies, and some sort of understanding of here's where we're at and here's where we want to be.
And of course, anything Snyder Cut related would also be much appreciated. Even if even if they come out and say no, they have no plans, I would like an answer on something. At least some kind of acknowledgement to the situation as well. that was kind of a given. That's why we didn't really bring it up, but that also is kind of a given. So any kind of Snyder Cut stuff. So that's kind of our picks for what we want to see at San Diego Comic Con. Here comes Saturday right around the corner, and fucking can't wait. We can't wait. We'll have to figure out what we're going to exactly do for Comic Con stuff. Maybe we could try something different there, and depends what gets shown anyway. We might have some cool things coming around the corner if things happen the way hopefully they happen.
Yeah, we'll probably just throw things at the wall like Warner Brothers does and hope that it sticks. Again, don't forget, if you are going to San Diego Comic Con, be sure to reach out to the Nerd Queens. Very important that you do that. I just want to reiterate it. And as Matt said, they are on Vero and Twitter as well, and you can direct message them and say, hey, I will be there. Want to connect with you guys. Now, some of the cool stuff that they have, like on their Vero page, kind of in their summary, I guess, their bio, they put Distant Sisters or Long Distance Sisters Nerds DC fans ride or die. Boom. That's all you need to know.
In case I don't see you.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. You're one of very few to make it to the end.
Yes, thank you very much.
Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Comic Movie Marks Podcast and hit the notification bell. You know, all these fucking YouTube channels say this shit, so I'm going to say it now.
Yes, it's perfect. And if you want to hear our full podcast, you can check out our podcast on iTunes or any other podcast subscription service.
Make sure you subscribe. Thanks again.